What is going on, guys? Pomson87 here, and I'm here with an announcement video for today. And here I'll be announcing that I am doing league racing on F1 2016. The online on this game is good enough, we feel, to do league racing. And I have joined a league set by XFitcho. I'll leave his channel in the description if you haven't seen him before. If you haven't seen him before, then go check him out. But the league that he set up is called Aussie Sim Racing, or ASR for short. And I believe it's already the biggest Australian league at the moment. Me and him obviously are the second and third biggest Australian F1 YouTubers, I believe, behind obviously Team at Marduk. If there are any bigger ones, then sorry about that. Don't hate on me. But from my knowledge, I believe we are the second and third biggest Australian YouTubers. Now, before I get into all the league details and stuff, I probably should talk about the background footage. This is a sprint race around Mexico, online, just normal sprint race, during the middle of the day though, in Australian times, and it's all pretty quiet, and most of the people racing are Australians, including the person running behind me at the moment, called DJRTP17, and me and him have a pretty good battle towards the end of this race, so I thought this was just some very suitable online battle footage. In fact, the battle with this guy in front, Mr. P. Oh, I can't read your name in the preview screen. Sorry, mate. The Forcini, I'm just going to call you. There's a pretty good battle through lap 1 as well, and through the start of lap 2. I'll let you see what happens. So this is just sort of like a taster of things to come in online. As the online in this game is definitely way better than F1 2015, and I mean AOR is going to run on this game, so we feel that's definitely means that our league is pretty. It is suitable to run, assuming that everyone's connection is at least stable enough. Now I should go into the league details as I enter this video. So we at the moment have got around 14 people in our league signed up already. We've already had about 4 social races over the past 4 weekends, just to trial out and see if the numbers were good enough and the connection was good enough, and the racing, obviously, like if it's possible to race cleanly and stuff. And well, since the first social race, which I believe our first one was at Spa, then we had our second one at Bahrain, then Japan, then Singapore was the latest one. And through all those 4, the numbers kept growing ever since. So the last one in Singapore, we had about 11 people. It would have been 12. And it probably would have been more had people not been away for various reasons and stuff. So we have around probably about 14 to 15 people in our league so far. Most of them are Australians, there's a few Kiwis, and I think a few Europeans at the moment. So there are probably around 6 or 7 spaces left. It's obviously online in this game, you can have 22 people, and I think the more the better, really. It probably would be quite chaotic, but we want as many people in our league as possible. So, saying this right now, if any Australian or any New Zealander wants to join our league, then basically go contact either me or XFitcho, as we are both co-hosts of the league, and we'll fill you in on any of the details that I may have missed in this video, and hopefully sign you up. And you can provide details about like what assists you run, what car you like from the ones we have available, stuff like that. And we can hopefully sign you down and race you soon. The first league race we feel is going to be this weekend, the Australian Grand Prix, obviously. And we are going to run through every track on the calendar, the 21 races, which will take a while. It won't be run consecutively, as there probably will be breaks. Like for example, I believe there's going to be a weekend break for Bathurst, which I believe in a couple of weeks' time. But there is room for any more Australians and New Zealanders subscribed. If you want to join in our league, as the only real rule at the moment is you've got to race cleanly, not be a noob and not take anyone out, obviously, as this isn't going to be sprint mode. This is going to be serious league race and stuff, and we all want to do well in a league, obviously. Now, any long-term subscribers know that I used to race in the Xbox Racing League. Unfortunately, that's just sort of disappeared now, unfortunately. But if any of the previous members of that want to race in the Aussie Sim Racing League, then they can do, as long as no trouble is caused or anything like that. I mean, there's been a few old members like Formula Fish 15 and All Round Cricketer who have joined from the Xbox Racing League. So if there's any of my old league racers who want to join, that should be fine, really. And who knows, if this league grows big enough, then we could even make like a second tier, like ARR does or something like that. I believe there's like 6 tiers, something like that. And then I shouldn't see that being a problem. Now I should go through the rules of the races at the moment. So what we decided on the rules so far is they're going to be 50% races, obviously with short qualifying. We're going to turn on the formation app, we're going to turn on safety car to spice it up, obviously. Though obviously, please, if you do race, please do not purposely rage quit into the rule, as I believe you will have some kind of penalty, as there is stewarding in our league as well. It'll be full damage, not simulation, as I feel if it is simulation damage, tracks like Monaco could be a complete front wing fest, pretty much. All assists on are allowed at the moment. We're going to talk about it, and maybe we might start turning a few off to, as the league goes on. We're not quite sure. But even if you do run assists and you do join our league, then I encourage you to turn them off, as obviously it is quicker without assists. Equal cars will be run, obviously, so it doesn't matter if you're in a Mercedes or a Mana, you'll still be setting the same lap times and the car performance will still be the same. And each race will be run at 8 PM Sunday, Australian Eastern Standard Time. So that's basically 8 PM in, say, Sydney or Melbourne. If you want to know the time, say, in Perth, which I believe is 6 o'clock, depending on daylight savings, or New Zealand, then, well, by all means, check it out on the internet. So, yeah, as I was saying before, if there's any Australian or New Zealand person who wants to join, then you're more than welcome. I should talk you through the results actually of the social races before I continue. So we've actually had quite a few different winners. I think we had a different winner each of the social races. I believe it was Vortex 240NZ who won last time out in Singapore. It was Xvitro who won in Bahrain, and it was KMP4 who won in Spa. Unfortunately, my races haven't been that good. I only took part in 3 of the 4 races, as I couldn't make Suzuka, and I can't actually remember who won there, actually. Yeah, unfortunately, my races didn't really go that well. I kind of have a tendency to bottle it, unfortunately, online at the moment. Something I need to sort out, but I felt like this gameplay, actually, which I've featured in the background, has been the best example of battling I've had so far in this game. In fact, what you're going to see on the screen now is another battle I had with, actually happens to be I can't say that probably. DGRTP17 at Singapore as well. We had a pretty good battle around there. So yeah, hopefully we can get I can get involved in more battles like that, as this is what I feel League Racing is all about, racing cleanly online and stuff. And hopefully again coming away with a great victory and stuff. So if you're interested in joining our league, then let me or Xvitro know. As of yet, we don't actually have a website made up, so go follow us on Twitter at Aussie Sim Racing, and hopefully you should get more of the details and be involved more then. So I hope to see more of you join our league in the future, and I'll hopefully see you out all on track next weekend in Australia. So I'll see you guys then. Palms out.